Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. And now for a moment of silence.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Coyotevision News. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Kaylin, and here are your top stories. Beta Club wins state and qualifies 15th for nationals.
Boys soccer finds new starters on defense.
And 2 rookies get a crash course in color guard. Coyotevision News starts now! Beta Club's strong showing at state qualifies 15 for the national convention this summer. Here's Jade and Hallie with more.
Beta Club has qualified 15 members for the National Convention in Savannah, Georgia this summer thanks to its strong performance at the National Leadership Summit in October and State Convention this month. The National Leadership Summit is a 2-day event that took place in October of last year for Beta members who are looking for ways to better their expertise on how to be a well-functioning leader.
The Beta Club Leadership Summit was a conference
to learn more about what it means to be a leader,
grow with our club,
take part in different competitions.
I expected to go to sessions and there'd be a lot of note-taking and PowerPoints and just people droning on about how to be a leader.
I learned that I feel great. No matter what, I always feel great.
One of the things that was really cool is that one of the keynote speakers actually read this poem called the Lost Generation poem, and he went down the line and everyone was like holding a piece of paper, and it was really negative, talking about how apathetic and like lethargic our generation is today, and it said it will all come true if we don't reverse it. He read it over again except backwards. It was really powerful to listen to that.
These competitions include our fine arts competitions like with sculpture, woodworking. They include academic testing competitions and then leadership competitions as well, where students have to identify a problem and come up with some sort of real-world solution.
During the Outside of the Box Leadership Challenge, they gave us a problem in which we have to solve with while completing all of the goals, keeping intact the students' integrity.
Our real-world problem is that there was a student in our Beta Club that was homeless and they were living in our downtown area. The city that we live in was going to tear down the buildings and everything. We decided to make this place called Hope's House, which is basically a homeless shelter, but it offers more than just a regular homeless shelter would offer, and it was just something that we thought would address the whole entire problem of homelessness instead of the one student.
State competition, a total of 15 Beta Club members qualified to go to nationals.
They place first, second, or third at state, then they're invited to compete at nationals.
I was in the Poetry Division 2 contest, which is for juniors and seniors. My poem was about basically lost luggage, a rainy day, and tangled Christmas lights. I made first place in the state of Texas.
So with nationals, at this point we have close to 40 states and several countries.
It makes me extremely nervous because I'm against so many different state champions.
I got to see a bunch of other schools and what they do, and hopefully implement that into our Beta Club.
I've been wearing this pin for about 3 weeks straight now, and I still feel great.
Boys soccer built a defense from scratch, just in time for district play. Here's Romeo and Nathan with more.
So we lost most of our defenders from last year, and they're doing better than we thought.
The Anna High School boys soccer team is trying to fill in big shoes on defense, as 3 of last year's starters graduated and 1 moved away.
Really getting continuity between the back 4 and the goalkeeper. I mean, those 5 have to build a relationship where they understand where each other is going to be, so it's more about building that relationship. Carlos Zamudio, he's a junior that was on JV last year, and honestly, I didn't have him on the varsity roster at the beginning of the year, but as the season progressed and we got into pre-district games, he really stood out to come out of nowhere and take a leadership role in our defense has been huge for us. Juan Velasquez, he was playing on JV as well last year, and kind of jumped his way into the varsity starting lineup, and his speed and ability to be physical in the play has really helped our defense be more solidified and allowed me to go with 3 in the back as opposed to 4, so we can throw more numbers forward.
We start from off season. We train every morning, no matter if it's cold or warm outside. We train hard.
A couple of color guard rookies learns what it takes to handle flag and rifle. Here's Caitlin and Emily with more.
Color guard makes the band's performance more visual by exaggerating the music with dances involving the flag and the rifle. Caitlin has been in color guard for about 5 years, and she is known for mastering the rifle. Mary Beth, on the other hand, has been in guard for only 2 years and is praised for her 45 tosses on flag. Can 2 experienced guard members teach 2 students that have never touched a flag?
When it comes to tosses, there's like 25,000, and they're hard to remember and hard to do unless you practice on your own.
The rifle's used for a cooler effect in shows. Tosses are the thing that we like the most.
3!
Altogether, it took me about 2 months to excel in rifle.
You have to flag, you have to count, and you have to march all at the same time, which is, it kind of like messes with your brain, especially if you're not coordinated like me.
I did it!